Have whistleblowers ever been misled by hotlines?
Have they ever been misled? Have whistleblowers been misled by hotlines? That is the understatement of the century. So corporations now, many of them are required by regulation, government reg or SEC regulation, to have what's known as some form of internal compliance program. And generally, there's something known as a hotline. That's the first step of compliance, where a whistleblower can make a phone call or send an email reporting wrongdoing. So, and now this is prevalent all over the place. It's like, it's $100 million industry. It's everywhere. Well, here are the problems. Let's just add them up. First, under many laws, going internally is not a protected activity, meaning you can be fired. And the U.S. Supreme Court, this issue came up to the U.S. Supreme Court. We argued in a brief, no, going internally is the first step to going to the government. This is logical. Almost every single employee reports internally before they go to the government. And all of these corporate compliance programs serve that interest. So it should be protected. The Chamber of Commerce and all big business came in and said, no, we reserve the right to fire somebody who provides truthful and accurate information about wrongdoing internally. They can be fired and they have no rights unless the law makes it explicit that they can go, and many laws don't. So this was it. That was the Waterloo of internal compliance. Corporations showed their true colors. They don't care about these programs. If they did, they would have told the Supreme Court to protect them. They did the opposite. And there are many cases where people have gone internally. Some are told in the rules book, just to drive this point home. So that's why you have to be careful. If you go internally to a hotline or compliance where the law does not protect you, you are opening yourself up to be fired simply for going to the hotline. And that's a big, dangerous thing. And that's only the beginning of all the problems. But that's why read the rule, you'll catch all of the other ones. I'm not saying don't go, but I'm saying you must make yourself aware of the limitations before you do.
What green flags should a whistleblower look for before contacting internal hotlines?
Well, the very first is to make sure it's legally protected, period. The second is to understand the relationship between an internal report and your potential to collect an award. So the SEC and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission have fairly complex rewards that on the one hand encourage employees to go internally, but on the other hand, fully qualify you for an award if you go internally. We fully supported this. It harmonized your rights under the whistleblower reward laws with your opportunity to report things first to the company and try to resolve the dispute internally. So you need to know the law first. Second, if a compliance program is governed by general counsel, if they report up the chain to the lawyers in the company, never use that program unless you're going to set them up. You're already in with the government and you want to test the program. The lawyers for the company represent the company. And if a compliance program ultimately reports to a lawyer, all of the compliance people you're talking to are considered part of a law office. And everything you're saying, the company can shield under attorney-client privilege. And they can shove you under the bus. And they have no obligation to do anything helpful. You're essentially talking to the lawyer of the company you are blowing the whistle on, and that lawyer has a duty to defend the company.